Yeah. We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I like the vibe, man. It's gonna be a fun one, man.
It will be.
It's
Definitely
gonna be a fun one, man.
Federico coming out today, man.
So we're about to take off, man.
We on our Russell, riding in our hustle.
Got the crew with us. What's up, Nick? What's up, Russ? Q, Andrew, what's good, man?
Clock in.
Can't forget about Neighborhood Nick.
Clock in.
He's in the building. America's favorite pet. Top podcast set in America. Second place. Hey, he first place in our heart, man. Yeah. He ain't put the time in yet, man. He only been on Earth, what, like 6 months? He'll be back next year, though. Yeah.
We got a special one for y'all, man. Y'all gonna have fun with this one. You already know. Aham's here, co-host Talking the Podcast.
Yes, sir. Marshall Hamilton here, co-host of Clock in the Podcast.
AKA.
Shout out to the ladies, man. We got something for y'all today, man.
We got something for the ladies.
Women's History Month, you know. The intro game, undefeated,
Clock in.
man. 37-0.
Clock in.
You already know what it is.
37-0, man. You already know
what it is. You know what time it is.
It's time, man. Oh, we gonna run it back?
Nah.
All right,
We're gonna say that.
Yeah, man.
How you feel, man?
Man, I got a haircut yesterday, so you already
Me too.
know how I'm feeling.
Me too, man.
You already know. Matter of fact,
Confidence through the roof.
it's 11 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
It's 11 out of 10. 11.
11. How you spell that again?
E-L-E-M. 11.
And you was a spelling bee champ, right?
6th grade. 8th grade English
I got
class.
a 5th grade joint. Can't even fit.
Maria won her run the school joint in 4th grade.
Maria was cold with it. Yeah, she was cold.
Yeah, she was cold with it. But yeah, man, always a good week when you get a haircut. You know, I just got to shape up with the taper. You know what I'm saying?
Can you explain that to the listeners?
Yeah, there's some people who when you tell them you got a haircut or you went to the barber and your hair length stays the same, they ask why. The most important aspect of the haircut is the lineup. Okay.
Geometry.
All right. There needs to be a right angle in the corners. All right. Depending on the hairline, you may have an obtuse. It could be a cute angle.
Could be cute.
But right angle, okay. The taper is a fade along the temples of your hair. All right. You can also
low-key one of the most important parts of the haircut, in my opinion.
Yeah. If you get a taper. These days, I feel like if you know, certain people, if you just go with a straight lineup, you look good. It's still acceptable. But
I remember a time when like your sideburn game had to be tough.
Right.
Like you had the skinny sideburns.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The
Usher
early
joints.
2000 Usher or Joe Button.
Yep.
Sideburns. But yeah, now it's all about the fade.
It's all about the fade.
It's all about
You box the
and then you box the back.
You fade.
I
fade the back.
Man. I fade it.
I fade the back.
Yeah, you got to fade that joint,
Last
man.
longer.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
I start boxing it, you know, I'm an old head at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I do want to throw this out there. All right, this is for people who are new to the barbershop game, especially black barbershop game. Because there's a difference, okay? The black barbershop game
Huge difference.
and the other barbershops. I'll throw in Hispanic barbers are pretty similar. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot,
They can
I
cut.
I
dog.
could argue the Hispanic barbers are better.
Dominican barbers.
The
Dominicans,
fade game.
Man,
Blend
what?
game is always
Shout out
crazy.
to my guy Jules, man. He's
Jules,
nice with it.
Jesus, Omar,
Yep.
Dallas Fade Masters.
Dallas
yeah,
Fade.
yeah, they all official.
Yeah, that's an debate in itself right there.
Yeah, nah, they're cool. I mean, there's some white barbers that are coming, Asian barbers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Darvin.
Darvin, he's been doing
yeah,
it for a minute, man.
yeah.
He's been doing it for a minute.
But, you
if
know,
you're a
Might
white
be black.
His kids
if you're
black,
a white
though.
if you're a white barber
all his kids have black in them. So
Darvin might be black.
if you're a white barber and you cut predominantly black people's hair, you're elite. Like you have to.
yeah. If you're white, and your
Have
name's
to be.
Darvin. You're born to cut black people's hair. All right, you know what I'm saying? How many white people do you know named Darvin? Darvin sound like he from West Virginia and just grew up around Randy Moss and Jason
Yeah.
Williams or something.
What was it?
Rand University,
Yeah, Rand
High
something
School
like
or
that.
whatever. But here's my tip: if your barber has a good hairline, right, whether it's always sharp or it's not receding, you don't go to him. You don't go to him. All right. Here's why.
I can agree on
If
that.
your barber's hairline is always fresh, he has too much time
He
on
has
his
no
hands, and he's
customers.
not having customers.
No
Someone else
customers.
is cutting his hair.
Okay. Now if he's younger, you know, like Sean.
Fresh in the game.
Sean, he's still younger. He cuts us. You know, his hair.
But he just got the natural like good hairline.
Yeah, but his joint isn't always
it's never,
crisp.
Yeah, it's never crisp and clean. You can tell like again, he's busy.
Yeah,
He's busy. He'll touch it up when he has time.
right.
But yeah, man, you know if the hairline is continuously crisp, then yeah, I wouldn't trust that person, man.
If they're
wouldn't trust
bald
that. And
or
then-
receding, that's a good sign.
I was about to say
That's a
that.
good sign. Okay,
I was about to say that too.
That means you got some age. You got some.
Yeah,
you got some experience. It's not even always age.
You've been in it.
The more hair you've cut, the more your hairline should be. You know what I'm saying? There's a direct correlation.
There you go.
You know. Now some
Go to a
people,
barber today.
huh?
I ain't go to a barber today.
Hey, but you can pull off the the scruff. You know what I'm saying? You can pull if you got a nice
enough,
if you
man.
got a beard,
Yeah, you looking
You-
real
you can
Philly
pull
right
that
now.
off.
You got the Philly look.
Yeah.
The Philly look is still acceptable, man.
young bull.
I'll take it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Young bull.
So Eric, your barber. What's his hairline look like?
I think your barber, whatever your barber looks like, that's what you're gonna look like.
That's a good
My
point.
barber is bald and got a beard like this. If you ain't got no beard game, I'm not gonna go to you.
Respect. I'm not on that level
I
yet.
don't let
Yeah,
nobody
I-
touch my beard, bro.
You do your own joint?
You can't touch my beard.
Really?
Because they going to bring my mustache to the pencil.
Yeah.
There's no way to
Yeah.
take
Taper it
accurate
down.
I need to
bring
learn-
My neck too high or something.
Once my joint
That's a good
connects,
skill to have.
okay,
No,
it's
it's-
gonna
it's
connect.
hard.
Y'all pray for me, okay? Y'all pray that it's gonna
Yeah,
connect this
I
year.
got a long ways to go, man. We're not gonna get into that. It's a touchy subject for me.
It's a
See
sensitive
how
topic.
the voice, the volume.
Your confidence went
Decrease.
down a little
Yeah.
bit right there. It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
The wave game's looking good though.
I appreciate
You know what I'm
that, man. I appreciate that.
This is why we here, man. What
We
Zell
gotta build each other.
what
up.
Zell and Denzel saying the song? Clock in, because that's what brothers do.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what brothers do, man. But yeah, man, it's anyways, haircut is important, man. It's been a couple weeks. I was starting to look crazy, you know. So
You're every 2 weeks, right? 2 to 3.
I know I never go more than 2 weeks. Sometimes I'm every week,
Yeah,
but I don't get a
keep it
cut every
2,
week.
Every 2.
But yeah, man, budget change might
I feel that.
might take it back to 2 weeks. But on another note, fellas, man, here's why y'all got to get your hairline right. All right,
PSA.
Hot Girl Summer is back. It's back. All right, it was.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
Yeah, the warmth is consistent now for the most part. So we all know what that means, man.
We had one warm day last week. People didn't know how to act.
Nope. Imagine what the summer's gonna be like
And
after being locked down for a whole year. Because things are opening back up.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be double trouble because there's still some hot girl and hot boy activity from last year that's gonna carry over into this year.
Yep.
So my message to the fellas, man, just stay focused, man. All right, just stay focused.
You got to. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell you that it's gonna be hard. It's not gonna be easy. But just remember the end goal, man.
Clock in, man. Just
Clock in.
Just remember the end goal.
Clock in.
And that goes for the ladies too. You know, the fellas, they're gonna have the dyes out. You know what I'm saying?
Short shorts, man.
Short shorts. You know what I'm saying? Some tanks. So y'all gotta stay focused.
Gym's opening back up. You know what I'm saying? People gonna be lean. You know what I'm saying? So look, stay focused on those goals, man. Don't get off track. Speaking from experience.
Yeah, man.
Speaking from experience, man. It's just
it's part of the game, man.
Just stay locked in, man. Stay locked in, man. Man, we had to touch on this because Kirk Franklin's our guy. All right.
Yeah.
We grew up in church.
I was blasting him this morning.
Yeah, man.
And I'll always blast.
And his tiny desk is probably one of the top tiny desks I've seen.
Yeah.
Check out his tiny desk. But also check this out. We got a little clip for y'all that we want to play.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee. Breakfast Club.
Listen up.
Well, Kirk Franklin's son, Carry-On, posted a recording of an argument that the two of them had. And he posted, "This is why I'm done. No father should speak to their children like this. If I have any issues, it's because of this type of treatment that I deal with behind closed doors." Listen to this.
This is Kirk Franklin, by the way.
I did it. I don't see no.
So, if y'all weren't able to hear, the majority of the content, I know y'all heard those beeps. And y'all know what a beep means. It means there was some explicit language that occurred.
Behavior.
And that's coming from, our brother in Christ, Kirk Franklin.
No, I gotta pull up. You know what? Let me do this real quick. I gotta pull up the apology.
Oh man,
I gotta pull up the apology.
I haven't seen that
Memes out there.
I gotta pull it up.
Oh my gosh,
I gotta pull it up.
Someone took his audio and made a whole song.
All right, here we go.
How do people do that?
You know, I have an older son named Carry-On Franklin.
Young Buckstone.
In May, he'll be 33.
Young Buckstone.
For many years, we have had a toxic relationship with him as a family. We've tried for many years through counseling, through therapy, to try to rectify this private family matter. Recently, my son and I had an argument that he chose to record. I felt extremely disrespected in that conversation, and I lost my temper. And I said words that are not appropriate. And I'm sincerely sorry to all of you. I sincerely apologize. I want you to know as a father,
anytime you
during that
sincerely in
conversation,
multiple,
I called the family therapist and got that therapist on the phone to try to help. He never played that part of the recording. I'm not perfect. I'm human and I'm going to make mistakes and I'm trying to get it right. Please keep me and my family in your prayers.
We will, Kirk. We will. Yeah.
Man, what are your thoughts? Without knowing.
Without laughing.
I was laughing because it was funny to me. All I thought about was Pinky and next Friday, bro.
Yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, you never want to see that type of stuff, especially stuff that's, private to the family. And yeah, it's unfortunate. Obviously there's some toxicity. That's a word, right?
That's a word. We gonna roll with that.
Yeah, okay.
We gonna roll with that.
Between Kirk and the son, but yeah, it's it's unfortunate, man. Because again, that stuff shouldn't go out to the public. But yeah, hopefully, you know, they can, you know, amend their relationship and, you know, move on, because at the end of the day, like, that's his father and that's his son.
Right.
You would hate to see that. But yeah, it's tough because you never see Kirk go out of character like that.
Nah.
Never.
I mean,
well, in the public.
In the public, yeah.
But yeah, it's unfortunate, man. That's really all I can say.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, his son is whack for doing that.
Yeah, that's
because
super corny,
he obviously recorded
to get
that response, and he probably knew what was coming, and I'm about to get
Expose
him. I'm about to get him hemmed up, and put him out there. You know, I'm a private dude in general.
Yeah.
Now, when you're at that level, it's hard to keep everything out of the public, but he had complete control over whether that got out or not. And his son's 33, bro. Like, come on, man.
Isn't there legal ramifications to that?
About recording certain stuff without someone's consent. I don't know about personal calls. I know with like certain business, especially with the government, you have to get consent. But at the end of the day, there's obviously some type of hole in their relationship. It's none of our business. Yeah. The guy is human. You know, I'm not gonna judge him off one moment.
Nah.
Because if we all were judged off one moment, we all would look bad. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's funny, but it's not funny. It's what made me laugh is the same way that he like speaks in his song, with the same way he was cussing his son out. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was.
You with me? Oh yeah, he ain't trip. Yeah. And he
even when I will break, put my foot up.
Yo, anytime you say putting the foot up in, like, yo, that's hilarious.
And then this is the last thing I'll say.
There's a certain age bracket, you know, you gotta be in order to say that.
To say that, yeah, I can't say that. I'm not old enough to say that. Nah. But it doesn't help that Kirk is 5'1". Okay. If this dude's 5'1", and
this doesn't matter, but doesn't he have a son that's homosexual? Is that the son?
I don't know.
I'm almost positive he does.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter, but it's just.
I mean, it could create some friction based on, you know, the type of industry that Kirk is in. But last but not least, man.
Prayers to Kirk and the family, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
We'll end with that.
No doubt. Last thing, man. For those of you who tuned in a couple episodes ago, Austin and I got a pretty heated argument about our All-Star game roster, right? A lot of it centered around Luka Doncic versus Kawhi.
Now I'm going to stop you there. He said All-Star game, right? Okay.
A lot of it centered around Luka versus Kawhi, right? And how he's not getting off on the Clippers if Kawhi's guarding them. They played this week. Luka had 42, 9, and 6. Kawhi had 27 and 7. And it wasn't funny though, Kawhi. It wasn't funny. But here's the thing that disappointed me. All right, Kawhi didn't switch to him because Paul George was guarding him for most of the game. You know, come on, man. You got to say, Paul, you're getting cooked, man. I need that smoke. I need that bump. He didn't do it, man. So that's it, man. I mean, we don't gotta belabor that.
Yeah, I just go back to the All-Star game point.
Okay.
Because
he had like 8 points in that game.
If we go back to the to the argument, it was based on the All-Star game, right? We can all agree on that. Okay.
And Kawhi took like 3 shots because I said he's not that type of player. But anyways,
and Luka didn't do anything in the All-Star game, and you're bringing up a regular season game. Okay, that's all.
All right.
That's all I got.
So we had some topics, man, that we were going to get into with it being March Madness, but
that's dead.
That's dead. All right, we go with the flow here at Clock in the Podcast. All right, and shout out to Casey Capito, who runs KCQ Marketing.
Let's get it. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
She's a part of the team, her and Andrew, and she challenged us. She said, "Man, y'all need to talk about more stuff that relates to the ladies." So we said, "All right, Katie, what do you want to, what do you want us to rap about?" She said, "What do men one and a woman, and asked a variety of questions. One of them being, why do men change their pursuit after they get them? And an example that she gave was, before you guys are dating, let's just say Facebook, Instagram, dudes will be commenting on, all my pics, and then once we date, they don't really say anything anymore, right? So I think we can tackle that one first. We kind of talked about it before, but Austin and I are the opposite. I said it a couple episodes ago. I'm really stingy with my likes. Seriously.
And especially the comments.
And it's not because I'm trying to be petty. It's because, in my opinion, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter whether I like your pic or not. If we're not dating, especially. Now, if we're dating, I'm gonna like your pic, obviously.
That shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't. But I mean, if I see it, I'm gonna like.
Come on, chime in.
If I see it, I'm gonna.
What if it's a picture of you?
I mean, yeah. I'm just saying. I'm saying, me personally, I'm gonna like your pics. I'm gonna like all your pics.
I guess the better question: why does that matter?
Right.
Oh, let's
Yeah, go ahead.
Why does that matter?
To the female.
Yeah. No, you don't
I'm not a female.
No, you don't want to.
We got a female in here.
The question, but like,
We have a woman here.
Yes, we have.
that. That was the question. Why? Like, how is that relevant?
Can you give us some insight on?
Yeah, and there's no wrong answer. Just be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like for me, it would matter because it shows me that you're still interested, and it's not just a tap just to get me. It's kind of like a consistency of, like things that don't fall apart. You have to keep that spark alive. So with social media in general, it's like, show me that you're into me as well on my picture outside of social media, but as well as in social media.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on.
Stop. I got like 2 follow-up questions.
Can we all agree that in this new age in 2021, social media does matter?
It does. And I think it matters.
In a way,
lot
it
for
does
women.
matter. Can we agree?
It influences your decisions. Yes.
Can we agree?
Social media plays a part in everyone's lives, in a way. Yes.
Okay.
Now
that's all I wanted to say.
Now,
yeah, then we can get into it.
Now,
it matters.
Yeah, like we can't just gloss over the fact that like when you're in a relationship and again we all have social media. Like
yeah, let me tackle this.
What do you mean by matters? Like y'all have a podcast. Yes, social media matters because you gotta get your message out. But I'm saying, what if I don't like your post and we're not friends no more?
No. But I'll say it this way. Again, if I'm in a relationship, right, and I know that my significant other is getting DMs left and right, and, people are all in her comments, like, I know from my point of view, like, I that stuff doesn't matter to me, but I think from her side, she's going to want to post me or show some acknowledgement to me saying, like, yo, I'm taking. I don't
no,
like.
What if she doesn't?
If she doesn't,
does that make you feel some type of way? Like if
it depends. It depends. I mean, me personally, probably not. But again, it goes back to communication too. Like, we need to be having these conversations about social media. You know what I mean? Like, hey, how do you feel about me posting you? How do you feel about me not posting you? Because if we have this conversation and she said, or I said, I'm probably not going to post you. It's no, like, disrespect to you, but it's just how I feel. And we mutually agreed upon that, then there shouldn't be any problems.
My question was...
So the communication has to be there.
Did we talk all day? Did I not text you that day or something?
Did I not exist outside of social
media? And that's what I was going to get into as well.
So,
but I'm just kind of playing devil advocate.
Yeah, no,
like,
that's fair.
For females, it matters.
I guess
in a
for
way.
us it matters more because as a female, you have so many DMs and so many likes from other men, and you're just like wanting that to be your man.
But that's not like that for men.
Do you think that's
not like that for all men?
From DMing you?
No, I don't think it'll stop. I'm just saying if the want is there, don't you want to fulfill your significant other's wants?
Can I? I haven't said anything. I haven't said anything yet. Here's my thing.
We're
We're in a world now where a lot of it is on the females' end. Appearance on social media is starting to take over what's going on in real life. If I'm treating you right, none of that crap matters to me. I'm gonna be honest with you, because there are a ton of people who do that stuff, and I know they're cheating. I know they're cheating. I know they're cheating.
Free promo. Hey, look what I did for her. I could probably do this.
Exactly. It goes back to my Valentine's Day post. Girls want to show, a lot of them want to show that they're wanted, right? So you post the bed with the flowers, you post the chocolate, you post the dinner, but the dude's not in the Valentine's Day post. So let me ask you this: why does social media? And you don't have to answer this. I'm asking anyone, right? Why does what happens on social media play a part in validation and confidence? If someone is actually treating you right, in my opinion, it shouldn't. It shouldn't, because I had an ex where she would say, "You don't post me enough," and all these things, and I'm like, I'm gonna post you enough so people are aware that I'm in a relationship. So I don't want to get DMs, and I want to limit, the fact that you may be getting DMs, which I don't have complete control over that. But I'm not just gonna not post you ever. But if a lot of it is, I see this girl posting her boyfriend
comparison.
That's
what it,
I see this wife, her husband did this. If you wipe away social media and you just look at the relationship, that's all I care about. Like, honestly, I'm at a point now where the more I see someone posting all this lovey-dovey stuff, the more I question it. There's a girl who, she posts about how her boyfriend is her best friend all the time, blah, blah, blah. She's literally DMing me about how she might be breaking up with this dude. But literally 2 hours ago, I'm in love, blah, blah, blah.
You gotta play the field, see what else is out there. Maybe it is time for me to see what else is out there.
I heard a stat,
or maybe she's looking for validation because her man isn't doing stuff for her.
So she's looking for validation outside of her relationship.
Sadly, sometimes women were so emotional that.
So I think that goes back to the point of social media. You're looking for validation outside of the relationship. I think the problem is communication.
Exactly. It goes back to what you said.
Communication.
Communicate that you like them likes. That you like your man to
that's fine. That's fine.
But you need to have that conversation. Exactly. You need to have that conversation.
Let us know.
Because I look, when I've talked to someone, and I there is someone I'm talking to, and it's like, look, if I'm gonna lay out, I'm not all on one day, but I'm gonna lay out in a relationship, this is what I'm looking for. Social media was a part of it. I don't want my girl posting a bunch of thirst traps. That's me. If you want to do that, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person, but you're not right for me. Obviously, if I date her and then all of a sudden she posts a bunch of thirst traps and then I have an issue with it, that's on me, not on her. Mm-hmm. That's on me.
That's why he might change up his energy halfway through the relationship.
Exactly. But people are so, especially these days. There's a timeline. People are rushing.
It's a clock.
Yeah, there's no clock. Take the amount of time that you need to get to know if that person is the right person.
And it's that, but they get caught up in, the stuff that doesn't really matter when you're trying to get to know someone. Right?
And let me take that back too, because it's hard to tell someone hey, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because it matters to them. It matters.
Yeah, exactly.
It's perception.
Right.
But I think, especially with clocking, this is the perfect clocking. How many times have you tried to? I'm gonna clock in tomorrow. Mm-hmm. You're trying to change yourself. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's you though. It's your life.
Right.
You want to change somebody else?
Right.
You think you're gonna change somebody else? Mm-hmm. I like you to like my pictures. You guys start liking my pictures.
Well, not necessarily
I don't do
that.
Maybe that's
but once you start liking somebody's pictures,
but is that part of
if you notice that they're not liking it, then it's a problem.
Because I'm trying to tell my partner, hey, if we're talking about social media, I want you to post me. I want you to like my stuff. I want you to show me out on your social media. That's not me trying to change you. That's just me asking you what I want.
Yeah, and that's good. Then that's good. And then tell him why.
Okay. Exactly.
And then let's get deeper into it. Because I'm gonna respond and say, hey, baby, like, you know, that's all well and good, but understand, I'm still here. Like, I'm here in person, right? Like, I'm gonna take you out on dates. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna treat you with the utmost respect. If I don't like a picture of yours, does that really affect our relationship in a way?
And what I was gonna say back to Marshall is
it affects how it looks to other people.
Exactly, and that's
a girl that posts
and that's not good.
Thirst traps, and you guys start dating, and you're like, I don't want you to post thirst traps no more. I see a problem with that.
Hey guys, thanks for clocking in with us and making it this far into the episode. We want to continue these episodes for as long as possible, but we might need your help. If you click on the description on each episode, you'll find a link that reads support this podcast. If you enjoy keeping up with us, click on that link and you can make a monthly donation. All right, you guys hear enough of me talking anyways, so let's get back into the episode.
Yeah.
Like that's who I am.
Exactly.
You like me for me.
Exactly.
So like me.
Exactly.
If you don't like what I'm doing, then there's a million other people
right.
in the world.
And I think
you had a point. Social media isn't the only facet of who I am. And if all it is what if the only problem is social media, then we don't need that.
Right. Social media should have the least amount of weight in evaluating somebody.
Be on the list.
Now, which is why there needs to be a conversation, because there are some, and guys do it too. Like, they post their body and all types of stuff.
Guys do it all the time.
There are a lot of women who, once they start dating somebody, they mentally they stop doing that stuff.
But they should want to do that.
But it's on them, and the conversations I had with you know the girl is, I'm at a point in my life, I've been doing enough stuff. If I have to feel like I need to change you, then it's not gonna work. Now, if I tell you, to your point, Katie, if you say this bothers me or I like this, and then you say I understand, I want to make that change because it makes sense to me too, and I will make that change, not just because I'm doing it for you, but because, all right, I never thought of it. Because that's another thing. A lot of people, they never thought of it until you bring it up.
Exactly.
But again, the most problems with marriages and relationships is people don't take enough time to fully vet things out before they commit.
That's what I said. People get caught up in, again, social media plays a huge part of it, but having that someone to post
Everyone
instead
has a
of
different vetting process.
Yeah.
Though.
Because there are some relationships where one person has social media and one person doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's like, now again,
sometimes they have one and it represents both of them and they don't have input.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of facets to this whole social media thing where, you know, you just have to have that alignment and tough conversations before all the I like you, we like the same stuff. It's all that surface level stuff.
Exactly.
Doesn't
exactly.
It's okay in the beginning.
Get into the nitty gritty.
Right.
And when you get out of that honeymoon phase, like, it's time. We got to get into it. Let's have those real conversations.
And a lot of people
social media is a part of that.
And a lot of people don't have those conversations.
Nope. I'll give y'all a quick example. So, my significant other, she, and a lot of people have this stuff. Again, not meaning to call her out, but she has an app to where it shows like who unfollows you and follows you. And like, I saw that she had the app, and I'm like, this is corny. Like, why do you have this app? And she's like, well, I just had it. And I'm like, you need to delete that app. Like, you need to delete it, because what it's telling me is that you care about people that have no input into your life. And that's just going to really mess up your mental. Yeah. Right? And then that's when the comparison thing comes into play. Or, you see somebody, and let's keep it a buck. The people that unfollowed you mostly were probably men. I mean, I would imagine.
Or women, if you're a guy.
Yeah, and on the other side, women. So,
Yeah.
like, that stuff shouldn't matter, is really what I'm trying to get at, you know?
And here's the thing, and here's the, I'm just going to drop the bomb, right? A lot of women complain about guys who only want them for their physical stuff, right? Well, the guys who liking you is only liking you for your physical stuff. The guy who's with you knows you, and he likes you for more than that stuff.
Right.
So you can't have it both ways.
And
If you're really pressed on the likes like that, then that means you care more about the physical stuff.
And don't complain about who's in your DMs when you're showing your body on every post.
And I guess one last thing I would say is if you don't like what your significant other is doing, you don't have to be with them.
Yeah.
Like I know it's hard, you know, you get emotionally attached, but like, you don't have to be with this person.
You don't. But if you really want to, then let's have the conversation.
Yeah. Or if you really want to, then you got to deal with who they are. Like,
or that.
It's sacrifices.
And I shouldn't be responsible for your happiness.
You can't. That's a huge one. That is the biggest one. That is the biggest nugget of the day.
You gotta be happy for you.
Exactly. And and honestly, that's
what it comes down to.
Don't bring that energy to.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down to. Thank you.
Katie brought up. What do we?
And let's
look
get
for?
into another question.
What do we look for in a woman? For me, I've been in every relationship I've been on. I've been emotionally relied on.
Yep.
For their happiness.
Yep.
Okay.
That should never be the case.
I'm gonna be honest. I the people I dated, I loved them. When we broke up, I was not devastated. You know what I mean? It was not like my whole world was just done.
No, I mean that's true, Nick. Because again, I've been in relationships where, you know, when it's ended, complete devastation.
And that's because
that just tells me like you really relied on me for literally everything. Everything.
That's a red flag to me now. It used to be.
Super red flag.
Now I'm gonna put myself out there.
I'm gonna put myself out there too.
When my self esteem wasn't fully there, when my self confidence wasn't fully there, and who I was, that was a green light for me because it's like, oh, you need me, and I felt like I wanted someone who needed me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Now that I'm at a point in my life where I understand who I am,
it's part of the journey.
It's like I need someone who's. Whether I like if we don't work out,
complete alignment,
they're gonna be fine. You know, I may even mess them up, honestly. so this is just for me. You have to like. It's not just women; it's men too.
All this is
a people thing.
Yeah, this is all.
When you rely on someone else for your happiness, it could be a parent, it could be a coach, a mentor.
It could be, you know, rewards.
Yeah, right.
It could be
social media.
It could be social media.
A ton of stuff.
Again, that's why, you know, you always have to stay even keeled.
Right. And
you know, you can't celebrate the highs, you know, too much. You can't be in the lows too much. You got to be even playing field at all times.
And not to get spiritual, my happiness and my joy is a reflection of God.
Yep.
That's where I get my and family as well. Okay, because I know if everything falls down, I know that those two entities are gonna be with me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now that doesn't mean that I wasn't affected by the breakups. Don't get me wrong, right? They weren't easy. They were tough.
But in the bigger
picture, the reason why I've always been more, I guess, or it's not as affected on a negative end from relationships. And this is another factor. I had goals that I had set out for myself where I was going to go after them regardless. And one of the things I'm looking for, or I look for in a woman is, do they have goals?
Yep.
Do they have their own goals? I've seen situations where and this has changed, and I don't agree with the fact that women have to be the one supporting men. Nah, like, you can support each other, the man can support the woman in whatever they want to do. But I've seen situations where the woman has taken a back seat and put their dreams on the back burner, and there's regret at the end, right? and I want to be able to support you.
Yeah.
But it also tells me that, like, for me, one of the reasons why I said, again, I wasn't as devastated is because it's like I had ambition for things.
And
it wasn't centered around them. I had it before them.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And what you're also forgetting is your emotions weren't fully invested. Your emotions weren't taking over in your decisions.
You can be in love with someone. You can love somebody.
I think there's a difference being in love and loving someone.
Yeah, you can be
when you're in love.
Yep.
When you're in love,
Big facts.
you think emotionally.
In love is exactly. I was gonna say in love is actually
when you're
worse.
in love, and your judgment's gonna be clouded. I'll say that when you're in love with somebody.
Right.
And
when
a woman will know when a man is in love with her.
Yeah.
Like, you will know.
Yep.
Usually she's already went on to another man by then.
Because women fall faster and men fall harder.
Yeah, men do fall hard. We may take
love,
longer.
Love. This is for men and women. Love the person. Don't like that in love stuff. And that's again that's a huge problem. And I'm not picking on women, but that's a huge problem when it comes to women. They fall in love, and then the emotions get too deep, and that's when your decision making isn't there, and you're along the ride.
Yeah, and
you know
look,
what I mean.
I have, and a lot of times, you may not fall in love with the person, you fall in love with their treatment, and that's happened to me.
Going back to what you said about sometimes when a woman might have been dogged by a man, and then they meet somebody who just treats them right. Mm-hmm. They just treat them right, and then boom, you're in love off a month or two.
Maybe the environment that they put you in makes you fall in love.
That's also true.
There's a lot of factors, man.
Somewhere fun,
exactly.
There's a lot of factors.
You take a woman on a date. The first day you take her on like a roller coaster ride or
Yeah,
something.
don't go to the movies. Don't
take
go
her somewhere like
don't be
exhilarating.
Because she's not gonna think, I was hype off the roller coaster. It's gonna be, I was with Marshall on.
I
was turned up.
Yeah,
don't take women you don't want to fall in love with you to do extravagant stuff.
See, no, that's not
fair.
That's not fair. But that's you express with us that
makes
way.
no sense.
Because we are emotional beings. So we are emotional.
Hold on, let her talk. Hold on. Let her talk. Let her talk.
Remember, it's 5 against 1.
Let her talk.
We are emotional beings. So if a guy is doing the utmost for us, especially coming from something that, like you said,
I'm gonna take this one, but go ahead.
I got something to add too.
Especially coming from a whack relationship, let's say, or coming from someone who didn't treat us well. Then we meet a guy who's treating us extravagant and treating us very nice. Then we're automatically thinking,
hold on, wait. Let me
just ask one question.
Why is that the
Can I just ask one question?
Let her finish though. Let her finish.
I thought you finished. Sorry.
No, you guys pretty much enhance our emotions by treating us a certain way. Like, if you don't want us to be in love with you guys, then don't do the utmost.
Let me just ask the question. So, why is that on us for treating you how you're supposed to be treated?
It isn't. But I'm saying, if you're gonna treat a woman with, kissing them, hugging them, and, doing extra stuff, like Nico said, I'm taking them on the best date ever. How am I supposed to know that you're not trying to fall in love with me, that you just want a friendship?
Let me ask you
this. If you're doing
this.
things that you would do for someone you're trying to fall in love
Let
with.
me ask you this. All right, there's multiple
we're
facets
short
to
on
this.
Time too.
Multiple facets to
We're short
this.
on time.
Multiple facets to
You
this.
gotta bring some.
Yeah, we gonna
bring some reinforcement. But here's what I'll say. Again, I'm gonna debunk all this. A lot of you say that's what you want. Mm-hmm. All you post on social media is in order to have me, I need to go on trips, goals this, goals that, blah 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 blah. So if a guy says that, if a guy's actually trying to get to know you, and they take you on that date, that doesn't mean that they're in love. Again, this is a timing. Again, it's a time thing. Like, everyone's rushing.
Yeah,
right?
should just be like, hey, I'm going to take you on this date, but that doesn't mean I want to fall in love with you. And then just keep it there then.
But you're making it seem like the first date.
Yeah,
early in the game.
No, what I'm saying
no
is
one should
men
ever
do
think
the-
that. Like,
What I'm
why do
saying
you
is
think
men
that?
do too much and expect women to fall back.
You
Y'all
shouldn't
do
think
too
that
much
until
and
it
expect
rings
us to
on
fall
your
back.
No, I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Your original statement though. Why is this date about you? I like to do this.
Yeah.
This is how I live my life.
I just
Exactly.
said, hey, come
Coming
along.
along for
Exactly, and you agreed to come.
I'm not
Right. Exactly. That's what I.
And here's my.
So we gotta stop. Like, y'all can't be so dependent on men and your decision making.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't.
I got
an
it.
example. A woman
Like,
will
at the
ask
end of
a
the
man,
day,
"Hey,
you
wanna
can't be
do
so
this?" And
dependent.
It's like, yeah, sure. They're like, what? You don't want to do it with
Do
me?
you want me
A
to
man
come?
will ask a woman too. Hey, I'm about to ride to the store. You want to go? Yeah, sure.
You can
I'm
come.
just going to the store, but maybe
Again, this goes back to my original point before we even started recording. Communicate. Stop these mind games.
Yes.
Stop these mind games. Here's the
Yes.
thing. Here's my thing. And this is a pet peeve of mine. All right? This is people, but I see it with a lot of women. Y'all are looking for reasons to validate your vetting, your shortcomings in your vetting process. If you make and I think here's the other thing, and this it's weird to me because there's a whole woman empowerment thing, which I'm about. I'm about women being empowered, but y'all still put a lot of the empowerment of the relationship on us. It's a two-way street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't
So
change the narrative when something goes wrong. Yeah.
exactly, there's a lot of disconnects, but at the end of the day, I'm a self accountability person, right? I had a situation where my ex cheated on me. All right. Was I at fault at that? Not necessarily, but if I look back, all right, I saw this red flag, this red flag, this red flag, this, and I decided to stay. And it happened. To your point, did I have to stay with her? No.
You made the decision.
I chose.
Made the decision.
I chose. Here's the other problem. Do you know, do y'all, if I were to ask you,
We gotta get
do you know exactly what you want in a man? Like, have it written down in a lot of different facets, different categories, right? If I were to ask anybody, not just women, do they know what they want in a significant other? Specifically, most people would say no. So here's what happens. Here's what happens.
Like something trivial.
Here's what happens. Because of that, you only rely on emotion.
Yes.
All right? I have a list in my phone of what I want in a wife. So that anyone that doesn't meet that criteria, if I'm actually in the process of like where I'm open to that, I already know what I'm.
That takes maturity, though.
We do rely on emotion, and especially in a relationship. It's hard for a woman to balance that emotion because you guys are so emotionless, you know.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Logic.
I just don't let
logic.
you see it.
Women start tripping when they're being too emotional. Women are. I don't have
Yeah, I
time
get
for that
emotional
because
too.
I'm being too emotional.
Guys don't get the chance to be emotional because people don't care. People don't get
Your
a platform
girlfriend
to be
cares.
emotional
No,
and
we're
be a
raised-
guy.
we're raised
Your
to
girlfriend cares.
We're raised
She
to
would
what-
love
what
you
happens-
guys.
I will say to Katie's
To
Wait, hold on. What you
What
say?
happens when Ryder falls down?
Get up, man.
Get up, man. You good?
Yeah, you
Don't
tough.
cry. You tough.
Yeah.
What happens when a girl falls down?
You need a Band-Aid?
And that's a problem, though. Like, that's a problem.
To your point.
That's a problem, though.
This way.
Yeah, to your point, and it's like you said, it's a problem. Men have been taught to hide their emotions, right? And because it's weak, and that is a problem. So it's not just on the women. But here's the thing: you don't have to let your emotions dictate how you live either.
We're trying to be effective, not annoying, and I feel like our emotion comes off as annoying.
So then leave.
Whoa! So what's the community? So
That's simple.
again,
where's the communication?
How are you communicating that?
I know that my girlfriend, she likes more affection. You know, she likes the lovey-dovey stuff, and that's on me. But she's communicated that to me.
Yeah.
And I have to give that to her at times. But she also has to know, yo, I don't want you in my face all the time. But that comes with communication.
Exactly.
That comes with communication. Knowing what your love languages are, knowing what kind of ticks you off, knowing, you know, what gets you emotional. So I know how to respond to that as a partner. Because at the end of the day, we're in a partnership. Like, I'm not just dating someone, especially now. Before, different story. But now that I've matured, I'm not about to just date someone because we can go on trips and, you know, it looks cool. Together. It looks cool to post on social media. No, I've had plenty of fun. I need a life partner. And that's what we have to get to. Let's not just date because, again, it's cool. All that surface level stuff, that's dead for me now. So, again, man, like, we all got to communicate, and we all have to understand, you know, on both sides, you know, what we need, because sometimes you might want to be posted on social media, but what you're telling me is there's a need that's deeper than that.
Exactly.
And that comes with your insecurities, and you got to find a way how to tackle that.
Yeah, and for the guy, I think you can politely look for a compromise, right? Or the girl if the guy's the one tripping, right? Because I know plenty of women in relationships who do not post their guy ever. Ever. Yeah. There's a girl.
I gotta answer this question because I tweeted at the person. Her question was, how would you feel if your significant other isn't really posting you?
No,
right?
She said post other people more than you.
Oh, post other people, yes, more than you. Again, there's a lot of you know, context that I think needs to be in that question.
Yeah, who are the people?
But I'll say this. If that person is with you, I'll start over. You're not together. If you say, you know, your significant other is not posting you and posting other people, you're not together.
Well, it depends on the other people.
No, you know.
It depends. It depends on the other people, but I'm assuming it's like other females or like you're going out and all that stuff. And you're not posting.
Yeah, I mean that's a given.
You're just not together.
That's a given. That's a given. But
if it's like family, and like you know what I'm saying, like your church group, then that's different. But
you ain't talked about it. You ain't said nothing.
I'm implying, you know, through the context what she's referring to. But you're not together. But again, you got to communicate.
I think the overall picture is social media communication. Social media complicates relationships. Let's just call it what it is. Because let's say
I don't post my significant other all the time.
Here's the last thing I'll say, and then we can wrap up. Okay.
That was a great question.
Yeah.
Let's say they do start posting you more, right? And you all post each other all the time.
Is there mutual consent?
Yeah, let's say there's mutual consent. It is what it is. Like, you guys agree. This is a real life thing. And not that you should think about this, but it's something to consider. How many followers from random girls in your network is he going to start getting? I'm not saying him. I'm just saying like your significant other, because they think he's attractive. How many of my guy network is going to start following you because they think you're attractive, and all of a sudden there's people DMing you, right? Girls DMing him, guys DMing you, because you're posting each other all the time. Like, it opens up other things that people don't consider.
Private, man. Like,
that's why I chill. I chill. Like, it's not even like I'm afraid some dudes are gonna DM your girl. It's not about that. But
that's gonna happen.
I have control over limiting the confusion there's a certain reason why in relationships I don't post certain things of myself. I don't want to have to deal with the DMs that may come from females. And again, like, I don't really care about what other females think anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm happy. I'm in a relationship. I'm not going to post myself shirtless all the time. Probably won't do it at all if I'm in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm not saying that's how every person should be. But I'm limiting the amount of temptation and drama that could be entered into that relationship.
Yeah, I've been in a situation where, significant other probably posted a thirst trap and I wasn't in it. And she's getting comments, probably some DMs and likes. And then you come to me and say, well, we need to post more pictures. No, we don't.
Streets.
No, we don't.
You're not my social media manager.
No, we don't. You made the decision to make that post without me in it, with you sticking your butt out or having your breasts out. You got to deal with the consequences. What comes with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Again, at the end of the day, man, communication is the forefront, because this will mitigate all the confusion.
Women, we love you, man.
With
Look,
social,
we love
social
you.
media does.
We love you.
We really do.
We love you, and
I'm trying to help y'all.
And this is like when
I'm
we
trying
say
to
this
help y'all
stuff,
out.
it's to help you because we are men.
Yeah,
and men, not all men, but a lot of men. You know, if you give us any type of leeway, and you're not clear about what you want, a lot of times it gets taken advantage of.
Yep.
And clarity comes from communication. But you also need to know exactly what you want. And some of that may be from dating and what you don't want, obviously. But you're going to have to go through stuff to get to that point. And so here's what I don't like. When you slander all men because of past things. Yes. We've been through stuff too. We don't go on social media and post all these memes, blah, 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 blah. Men are this, or women are this, women are that.
Don't slander your significant other at all, because at one point they were the greatest thing in your life.
Exactly.
And y'all gotta stop.
When my ex cheated on me, bro, I didn't say a word to anybody. Nothing on social media. She got engaged, and people thought it was me. I didn't say anything. What is that gonna do?
She didn't put her man in her engagement photo?
No. Now you know why she's my ex, and now that they're separated now. That's a whole nother topic.
She didn't post it.
She didn't post
in the engagement photo.
She just posted her finger.
Yeah, she just went like.
There's a girl I went to school. There's a girl I went to school with, bro. Girl I went to college with. She just got pregnant, and just got engaged the other day. Right? Haven't seen the dude posted one time in any of those like.
Could be a photo shoot.
Yeah,
I've seen the dude, but yeah, I mean,
we're gonna continue this.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue.
Shout out to Katie, man. This was a good episode. We needed this. Katie, we love you. Okay, look, it's not personal.
Nah, that's leadership.
Yeah, it's not personal, and we appreciate your feedback because we're not always right. But look, shout out to OTA, man, Overtime Athletics.
Yes, sir.
Chris Whelan for letting us record here. They have some cool camps and stuff coming out that we may be helping with in April. So if you're in the Nova area, actually, it's all over the country.
Overtime Athletics, OTathletics.com.
Yep.
Check them out, man.
Yep.
You know, especially for the parents. You know,
Yes,
y'all
sir.
kids been in the house all year.
Yeah, get them out.
Get them out, man. Get them active. OTathletics.com.
Yep. Appreciate everybody, man.
ClockingApparel.com. Go get that merch. It's getting warm out. We're going to have some new stuff for y'all. Again, man, you know, this was fun, man.
Check out the YouTube too. We got our custom Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? Check out the Instagram at ClockingPod.
Yeah, these ones cold, dog.
Shout out to our cousin Marcus Hamilton, man. He's out in Utah.
I'm posing right now.
IG is YVNG_HAMI, and then his business page is same thing except add customs to the end of that. So. Appreciate you, family. Appreciate you, Complicate family.
Game too.
We got a semi-final game to go win. So y'all know what it is, man. Clock in. Let's get it.
Peace and love, man.
Yeah.
Clock in. Clock in.
We put in work and here's the proof. What you want? I'm making moves, punching in. I'm on it too. I'm in the gym. I'm in the stew. It's hunting season. Where's the food? We push each other daily. Level up. Cause that's what brothers do. Clock in.